So I've been meaning to make this video for a while. This is 8 years of investing advice, and I'm going to squeeze it and compact it all into this one video. Now, I'm not only going to bring you along my journey of where I started to where I ended up now, obviously in the present, but I'm going to give you all the little key details and points that you need to watch out for to ensure your success. Now, this isn't like everybody else's video where they give you all these blanketed statements and general strategies and ideas. These are going to be my personal, real life, real deal experiences that are going to help you through your investing journey. Now, my investing journey started in February of 2017, and I met a man at a terrible job. This is like one of the worst jobs I ever had in my life. And I'm not going to disclose his name because I don't know if he wants his name to be disclosed in this video. But at this job, this is the point in time when I was 22 years old and I knew absolutely nothing about investing, like zero about investing. If you had walked up to me at this time and asked me what the real estate market is or what crypto is or what investing is or any of that sorts, I knew absolutely, I wouldn't even know what you're talking about. Like, that's how early it was for me, right? The only thing I really knew about money at this time is that I should save it and I should watch my spending. That's literally about it. So fast forward after that shift, what I decided to do after he told me about what the stock market was is I went home and I bought a book. The first book I ever read on investing was Stock Market for Dummies for Canadians. No word of a lie. I took that book and I studied it like a textbook. And it gave me all the initial tools that I needed to understand what technical analysis was and what fundamental analysis was when investing in the stock market. Now, obviously, my journey and my learning didn't stop there. So this is the first key point that I'm going to give you. Over the course of these last 8 years, I not only started in the stock market to where I am now, where I more so heavily invest in crypto versus any other investment class. And I've learned a ton about market analysis. And that's not just on the fundamental side when we're talking about news events and global macro, but we're also talking about on the technical side when in terms of talking about the markets as a whole. So if you're not constantly trying to educate yourself every single day about what you're investing in and the different places you put your money, you might as well not really be doing it at all. Now, to say that statement, some of you may be thinking in your mind that isn't true because you can simply just put your money in S&P 500 fund. And that is completely fine if that's how you choose to invest and wait your 20, 30, 40 years until you can see some decent type of returns overall on your money. But if you're like me and you're coming from a middle class background and you don't have a monstrous amount of funds to invest into the marketplace, that is still going to lead you down the same track that it leads most people down, which is the regular 9 to 5, retire when you're 65 life. And if that's not what you want, then you need to be finding the best way to maximize your money and while still being able to protect your funds in the process. And this is where crypto came into play. So I started investing in crypto in 2021. And like everybody, I started on Binance, Kraken, Crypto.com, Coinbase, whatever platform you use, centralized exchange. I slowly dipped my toes into the water, starting off with Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, ADA, all of the ones that everybody I feel like starts with. And it wasn't until I learned how to use a private wallet is when I started to realize that this is how you can make serious money in terms of crypto. Now, obviously, throughout this time, I had to understand and figure out what were the best ways to store my crypto. Mind you, this isn't something that I just came across over the course of a day. This happened over the course of months to years. And when I had a question that popped up or arose, anything investing related, particularly crypto related, I explored the rabbit hole. And exploring the rabbit hole has done a lot for me because it's allowed me to learn about a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have learned for if I didn't continuously keep learning about crypto. So that's one of my biggest pieces of advice. I never let anybody tell me about how money works from the moment that I learned about how money works. Understanding that I came from a background where I was pretty financially illiterate, the only thing I really knew about was how to spend my money and how to save my money, which are two big key starter points, right? As I start to understand how crypto worked and how decentralization worked and how blockchain technology worked is when I really start to expand my horizon and viewpoint on how the global financial system is ran currently and how it could look in the next 10, 20 to 30 years. And the reason why this is so important is because you'll fall into the scam that most people fall into and not understanding how the paper dollar works and how it's constantly being inflated and how you're losing value on your dollar every single day. Your spending power is constantly and perpetually going down in this current system. So having all of my money now currently in crypto, mind you, this is not financial advice, but this is just how I choose to live my life, is because I understand that eventually all of these currencies, fiat money, will perish. The reason why Bitcoin is valuable is because it has a max supply. Unlike gold, you can't just go out and mine more Bitcoin. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. And understanding this, the rate in which Bitcoin inflates is fixed. Unlike the dollar, they can print it however they want. Unlike gold, where they can just go mine more gold. There's never been a harder asset on the planet than Bitcoin. And I want you to go ahead and do your own research and figure out for yourself why this is something that you should be paying attention to. Now, a lot of people try and tell me that it's too late. I missed the boat on Bitcoin and crypto. I'm not going to be able to make the kind of money I keep hearing on social media that most people talk about. I want to give you a quick few stats to generally break down your perception on crypto and the asset class. Now, there's 8.2 billion people on the planet currently. And mind you, I am a little sick, because why I sound like that. Do you know what percentage of those people actually hold crypto? The number is actually surprising, and it's going to sound like a lot more than it actually is. 659 million people actually hold crypto assets. Now you may be saying to yourself, that is a massive amount of people. I really did miss the boat. That is only 8% of the total global population that actually holds any crypto at all. Now, I also want to dig a bit deeper into that number, because that number is a bit deceptive. So I asked Perplexity, of course, what percentage of that 8% of people that hold crypto globally actually hold more than $1,000 in USD? And the number was 2.8%. So if you're looking at any significant amount of money invested in this market class, because most of us around the world, if we lost $1,000, I'm not saying it'd be the end of the world, but you really don't want to lose $1,000. So the point of me saying all this is to say that your perspective on crypto and Bitcoin is definitely shifted by what you see on social media. But when you really break down the numbers and the facts, you are extremely early into this asset class. Now, I'm also not going to act like Bitcoin is going to give you 100x returns anytime soon either. That is not the case anymore, of course. But going back to our earlier piece of advice, if you take the time to actually understand crypto and blockchain technology as a whole, you can find massive opportunities. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people subscribe to this channel. Another piece of advice, and this is more so just life advice in general, and this is to stay consistent as possible. Any time in my life where I've decided to stay consistent in something is when I saw the most success. The only reason why I've had absolutely any success in crypto, which I now hold over a 6-figure portfolio, is because I was staying consistent within crypto. Meaning I watched crypto content every day. I read up on crypto content every day. I educated myself on crypto content and blockchain technology and Bitcoin every single day. And this could be as simple as watching a 10-minute video just to absorb some semblance of content so that you constantly stay focused on the overarching goal, which is ultimately to be patient and stay consistent. These two things go hand in hand when you're talking about investing in almost anything in life. We are extremely early. Like I said, that 2.8% number, that is likely you, or it possibly could be you. And you're maybe at the point where you're sitting on the fence and you're not sure if you want to take that leap forward. Understand that we are extremely early. It's going to take a lot of consistency and it's going to take a lot of patience. But the ones who buy in the dips and hold and stay patient are the ones who eventually end up winning it big. And I am definitely a testament to that. And a cousin to consistency is convictions, in my opinion. That was a crazy tongue twister. But convictions in the things that you invest in and understanding why you're investing in them all comes down to you. And it all comes down to the research that you put in before you invest and upkeeping on the constant changes in the market to understand that you're always staying on the forefront of what's new and what's happening with crypto. This is an evolving technology. This asset class moves faster than any other asset class on the planet. Now, this is not to say that you can't just park your money in Bitcoin or some larger altcoins and see a return. I'm pretty sure you would be able to make a decent amount of money doing that. But like I said before, if you're like me, coming from a middle-class background and you actually want to make some real life-changing money where you could possibly and potentially help your family, then you absolutely need to put your best foot forward. You are the only person standing in your way at the moment. And lastly, I'll say that there is a lot of noise on the internet. Everyone has their eye on meme coins and everyone has their eye on trading and all these other things that amass crypto. I need to make this extremely clear to everyone watching this video. You are on your own timeline. You do not have to be rich tomorrow. You don't have to be wealthy next week. You don't have to have $1 million+, whatever psychological number you have in your mind by next year. You need to put a plan on paper, Write the actual numbers down, what kind of percent you want to see, how much you're going to be investing every single month, what kind of altcoins are you going to be putting your money in, or if it's even just Bitcoin, and trying to figure out when you can realistically see those type of returns. Now, I decided to create a WAP that holds 32 different learning modules that I'm constantly adding to, and different topics and ideas of how you should be investing in crypto and exactly how to get started all the way from A to Z. Now, if this is something that's going to interest you, you can hit the link in the description or in the comment section and join my WAP and take those learning modules. You can take them at your own pace and you can learn absolutely everything from a credible source versus trying to fish for the information all across the internet. If that's something that'll interest you, then hit the link in the description. Don't waste any more time. If you could do me one favor, as I am extremely sick at the moment, I'm pretty sure you can hear it in my voice. I had to pump out this video for you though. I could not go another week without posting a video. It's been on my mind for the past literally 2 weeks. Hit a like for my recovery so I can upload more content on YouTube. I hate feeling like this. I'm probably sweating my ass off, but without further ado, this is the end of this video, and this is 8 years of crypto investing advice, all packed into one beautiful video. Thank you for watching.